Hey, it's Mark here from Make Him Yours, and today we're talking about infatuation versus love. Are you infatuated, or are you in love? Or are you at least on your way to being in love? That's what we're talking about next. Okay, today we are talking about infatuation versus love. 12 ways to tell infatuation from love, and what are the warning signs that infatuation is taking you over. Now, why is this important? Well, infatuation can and does lead to some very unhealthy relationships and situations. So you want to make sure that if you are a little over infatuated, that you are aware of it and hopefully transitioning it into real love. Number 1, neurotransmitters. Infatuation is dopamine and testosterone fueled. Love is oxytocin and vasopressin fueled. Now, you're not going to know which neurotransmitters are causing your feelings, but you can know what the symptoms of each are. Vasopressin and oxytocin, as it relates to love, give you that warm, connected, glowing kind of love. They make you feel close to that person and feel safe and connected to them. Dopamine is more likely to give you that fix. It's more likely to make you want to jump them instantly, make you feel high every time you're around them. It makes you poised towards wanting them and wanting to spend more time with them, and it makes them feel very addictive. Now, you can have both operating at the same time, but the more you're operating under the influences of oxytocin and vasopressin, the more likely you're on the love spectrum rather than the infatuation spectrum. Number 2, time. The reality is love takes a lot more time. If it's only been 2 dates and you can't stop thinking about him, again, that's likely to be the dopamine fix of infatuation telling you to think about him every waking moment. Love takes longer to develop and means you're not going to have the same obsessive thought patterns that you will with infatuation. Number 3, physical. Infatuation is very physical. Now, by physical, I don't necessarily mean that you're obsessed with how they look and what their physical appearance is, though that may be the case. Infatuation can often come from what they can do to your physical body. The way they look at you, the way they smile at you, what it does to your body. I remember the most infatuating woman I ever met. It was the way she kissed me that was what drove my infatuation through the roof. Infatuation is very, very physical, whereas love is deeper and more emotional. Number 4, depth of qualities. So this is a big one that I talk to clients about, often on discovery calls when I suspect they might be driven by infatuation rather than love. I say, what do you like about him? And what do you not like about him? What's not so good? And the like list tends to be infatuation-based traits, superficial things. It's the way he looks at me. It's his smile. It's how much fun he is. It's how genuine he seems. It's how cool he is. And all this is over just a short period of time. Whereas when they say, these are the things that I don't like about him, he's a poor communicator, he's dishonest, he doesn't put in a lot of effort. It's the real important traits that you would not fall in love with. Infatuation is about much more superficial things, and again, what these things do to you, whereas love is about much deeper traits that take time to come out. Number 5, negative traits. Infatuation doesn't see any negative traits. Everything is good. Oh, he's messy, but it's okay. I'm OCD clean, so we balance each other out nicely. Infatuation cannot see any negatives, or if it does, it manages to turn them all into positives. Love, on the other hand, sees the negatives, but loves despite it. Number 6, feelings of unity. This is one that I can absolutely personally vouch for. When you're infatuated, it still feels like you and him. When it's love, there's a sense of unity. When you think about that person, it's we, not me and him. Number 8, unpredictability. Infatuation is unpredictable. You never know whether you're going to get ghosted, what's going to happen next, where is this going? Love is more predictable. Infatuation can disappear on a whim. Number 9, how are you acting? One of the telltale signs of infatuation is you start doing a whole bunch of different things that you would never usually do to appease or please your partner. Infatuation, you find yourself doing things, hanging out with people, taking up things that you never would have done before. Now, it's not to say that you shouldn't be open-minded. In fact, love can be open-minded, and love can certainly explore new areas to grow as an individual by opening yourself up to your partner's interests. But love will do it because it wants to. Love will do it because it genuinely wants to grow and experience in that area. And love will have no problem saying, nah, I tried it, I don't really like it, back to what I do. Infatuation, on the other hand, will be obsessed and will tolerate doing things and saying things and being a person that you wouldn't usually be. Number 10, subsequent emotions. Infatuation leads to subsequent negative emotions, whereas love leads to subsequent positive emotions. All right, what do I mean by this? Well, infatuation is such a high that it becomes totally unsustainable. Inevitably, that high has to come down to a point, and you start comparing the point where you are to the point where you were and feeling negative about it. It raises those expectations so high that you can't possibly feel good in comparison. Love, on the other hand, pushes you to source your positive emotions from yourself. It pushes you to grow and it pushes you to change and expand yourself as a person. So when you're in love, you start feeling better and better as a result. Infatuation leads to a crash, whereas love pushes you up in the air. Number 11, tough conversations. Infatuation can't have tough conversations or avoids them. Love deals with them and gets through the problem. Infatuation is perfect, right? It feels perfect, it feels great, so the last thing you want to do is ruin that dynamic by having a difficult conversation or blowing the fantasy. It's very hard to have difficult conversations with someone you're infatuated with and get through them. You just don't want to ruin that perfect dynamic. Love can have those conversations, and love knows that it will survive those conversations. Number 12, based on what? What is it based on? Infatuation is almost always based on projections. Projections of who they are as a person. Projections on what your relationship will be. Infatuation has to be based on projections because there's not enough information for it to be real. Love, on the other hand, is based on what you have seen. It's based on the experiences you have had and the memories that were real. Infatuation is based on projections, while love is based on real life experiences. Well, that's the 12. Thank you for watching. And if you are getting worried now and you're going, oh God, Mark, I'm infatuated, what do I do? Or, Mark, I freaking hate you because I didn't want to know that I was infatuated rather than being in love. That's okay. Being aware of it is a good thing. Now you can work and take time to turn that infatuation into a more loving, healthy, and stable connection. This is a good thing, I assure you. I'm going to put out another video on how to do this. In the meantime, let me know your thoughts on this one. Thoughts, comments, questions, put it all below. Infatuation versus love. What do you think of the video? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up and hit that big red subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video very soon.
You're not